Imagine waking up every day knowing that no matter how hard you work, no matter how many hours you put in, you're still stuck. The weight of your circumstances presses down on you, holding you in place, while the world around you moves forward. Poverty isn't just a lack of money, it's a mindset, a chain that keeps you from realizing your full potential. And breaking free from it? Well, that demands something most people aren't willing to give: sacrifice. Welcome to this video, where we're going to talk about 6 sacrifices you need to make to escape poverty. These sacrifices aren't easy, but they're necessary. If you're tired of being stuck, if you're ready to climb out of that deep hole and change your life for good, listen closely. Let's dive into the first sacrifice you'll need to make: sacrificing your comfort zone. 1. Sacrifice your comfort zone. There's a story I once heard about a man named Joe. Joe was a regular guy, stuck in the same routine every day. Wake up, go to a job he didn't love, come home, watch TV, go to bed, and repeat. He had dreams, big ones, but every time he thought about taking that leap, starting a side hustle, investing in learning a new skill, fear crept in. What if I fail? What if I lose what little I have? And so Joe stayed where he was, comfortable, but stuck. Breaking out of poverty requires you to step out of your comfort zone. Think about it. Everything you've been doing so far has kept you where you are. The habits, the routines, the way you spend your time. It's all part of a comfortable cycle. But comfort can be a trap. It's familiar, it's safe, but it won't help you grow. To escape poverty, you need to embrace discomfort. Whether it's learning something new, meeting new people, or even relocating to a place with more opportunities, stepping out of your comfort zone is essential. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Don't be Joe. Don't settle. Take that first uncomfortable step and watch your world start to change. 2. Sacrifice your free time. Now, let me ask you, what do you do with your free time? You know, those evenings and weekends when you could be watching your favorite show or hanging out with friends. Let me tell you a hard truth. If you want to break out of poverty, your free time isn't really free. Successful people understand that time is their most valuable asset. While others are relaxing, they're grinding. Think about someone like Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Do you think they spent their evenings lounging around? No. They sacrificed their free time to build something greater. When others were relaxing, they were hustling. The average person spends hours scrolling through social media, binge-watching Netflix, or playing video games. Sure, it feels good in the moment, but what are you sacrificing for that temporary pleasure? The opportunity to better yourself? The chance to learn a skill that could change your life? When you give up your free time and invest it in yourself, whether it's through education, starting a side business, or simply working extra hours to save and invest, you're laying the foundation for future success. Here's the truth. If you want to escape poverty, you'll need to sacrifice that leisure time now to enjoy financial freedom later. The grind isn't glamorous, but the results will speak for themselves. 3. Sacrifice mediocrity. We live in a world where mediocrity is the norm. The bare minimum is often praised. People go to work, do just enough to not get fired, and then wonder why their lives never change. But let me tell you, if you aim to be average, that's all you'll ever be: average. And being average won't get you out of poverty. Mediocrity is a mindset that keeps you stuck. It tells you to settle for what you have, to be satisfied with good enough. But good enough isn't good enough when you're trying to build a life of abundance. To escape poverty, you must be willing to push beyond average. You need to strive for excellence in everything you do, whether it's at your job, in your relationships, or in how you manage your money. Let's talk about the legend Kobe Bryant for a moment. While other players were sleeping or partying, Kobe was practicing. He wasn't okay with being good. He wanted to be the best, and he worked for it. That's the mindset you need to develop if you want to break free from the chains of poverty. You've got to stop settling for mediocrity and start demanding excellence from yourself every single day. Before we move on to the next sacrifice, if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share it with them. We're in this together, and the more people who can break free from poverty, the better. Now, let's move on to the next one. 4. Sacrifice self-gratification. One of the most challenging sacrifices you'll have to make is giving up immediate self-gratification. It's human nature to want things now, the new phone, the fancy car, the night out with friends. But instant gratification is a trap that keeps you poor. It's the reason people rack up credit card debt, spend their savings on unnecessary things, and live paycheck to paycheck. Imagine this. You've just received your paycheck, and instead of saving or investing it, you spend it on something that makes you feel good in the moment. A new outfit, a fancy dinner, or maybe even that vacation you've been dreaming of. Sure, it feels good now, but in the long run, you're sacrificing your financial future for temporary pleasure. Successful people understand the power of delayed gratification. They're willing to sacrifice the things they want now to build the life they want later. Think of Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. He started investing at a young age and lived frugally for years. He could have splurged early on, but he chose to invest in his future. And look where that got him. To escape poverty, you have to sacrifice those small, short-term pleasures and focus on the bigger picture. It's about making smart choices with your money today so that you can live the life you want tomorrow. 5. Sacrifice your emotions. Now, this one might surprise you, but to escape poverty, you'll need to learn how to sacrifice your emotions. No, I'm not saying you should become a robot, but you need to stop letting your emotions dictate your decisions. Fear, doubt, frustration. They're all part of the journey, but if you let them control you, you'll stay stuck. Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't take a risk because you were afraid of failing? Or maybe you gave up on something too early because you got frustrated. Your emotions can become chains that hold you down if you're not careful. Successful people feel fear and doubt too, but they don't let those emotions stop them. They push through. They take risks despite the fear. They keep going even when things get tough. Emotions are temporary, but the decisions you make because of them can have lasting consequences. If you want to escape poverty, you need to train yourself to make decisions based on logic and long-term thinking, not on how you feel in the moment. 6. Sacrifice your school certificates. Here's one that might surprise you. To escape poverty, you may need to sacrifice your school certificates. Now, I'm not saying education isn't important. It absolutely is. But here's the thing. Too many people get stuck believing that their degree or diploma is the only ticket to success. They think, well, I've got this certificate, so I should be able to land a good job. And when that doesn't happen, they feel defeated. In today's world, skills often matter more than degrees. The truth is, what you learn outside of school, through experience, self-education, or entrepreneurship, can often be more valuable than what's written on a piece of paper. Look at someone like Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. Both dropped out of college, but they didn't stop learning. They just focused on learning in ways that mattered most for their goals. So if you're clinging to your school certificates, thinking that they're the only way out of poverty, it's time to let that go. What matters most is your ability to adapt, learn new skills, and take action. Escaping poverty isn't easy. It demands sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. But if you're watching this video, you're already different. You're looking for a way out, and you're willing to do what it takes. Remember, it's about sacrificing your comfort zone, your free time, mediocrity, self-gratification, your emotions, and even the way you think about education. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.